So this is the fourth time I've made this video. So I will keep it short and I'll make it in 4 parts. Uh, and I had written a message to somebody who was going through a conflict saying, he doesn't fully embrace orthodoxy, but it's the closest thing that's come to, and he desires young women. He's a young man, and the sex is on his mind and he wants a woman. And I said that food can never quench thirst, and water uh, cannot stop hunger. Water can only stop hunger for a little while if you drink a lot of it, but it's not sufficient. And I reiterated, bread cannot um, quench thirst, and water cannot stop hunger pains. Um, just with love, in the modern age, we think of love as I've heard, I don't want to call them sadists, but basically philosophical perverts who believe, oh, all types of love it's just love, love for your mother, love for your wife, love for your brother. It's all just love. No, there's different types of love. Uh, Orange is not blue and red is not green. In fact, they're very different from each other, but they're all different. They're all colors. It's all color. It's all the spectrum of light. Same thing with love. They're different types. Um, why I go to the Orthodox Church is that I'm seduced, I'm tempted. Almost like the same thing being heterosexual. Tempted to be. I can't do anything about it. That's what I'm drawn to. That's why I go to church. Now I'm not in a sleeping with anybody right now. I'm not in a relationship. I'm not going probably till I get married. But I explained to this person that marriage back in the day was just sleeping with somebody, just a monogamous partner, basically, or a polygamous partners. But that was understood you'd be faithful in whatever context of the culture. And then wedding became cohabitation, and even sometimes not. Sometimes they would live with their parents for a year. You'd be separated, but you'd still be in physical union together, and you'd come out openly proclaiming this, make announcement of your intention of cohabitation or commingling of flesh, basically. They'd read some religious scriptures over it, and then everybody would get drunk. And that was marriage. There's no marriage ceremonies in the Bible. Marriage is clearly spoken by Christ as whenever a man comes to a woman, they become one flesh. It's marriage. Fornication is like one night stands, orgies, all this other trash and garbage. Much of it around the time of the Roman societies. Uh, our view of sin is sinful because it misses the mark. Transgression of law is not sin. Sin means to miss the mark. Many of the faults that with the Orthodox living in the Western societies, just as Islam has been stamped on me, so is Western culture from being here so long. It's We still put things in the context of breaking God's law and silly ideas. I told him, I said, a young man desiring a woman in a monogamous relationship, because let's face it, between 16 and 22 to 24, your hormones are going crazy, at least for young men. I can only speak for that. I'm not going to make an excuse for myself because I'm damn near 30. But I abstained. I was sexually active and I abstained for a long time, which screwed me up. And it was due to religion, basically this idea where I either need to choose sex or God. And it makes you perverted because you're stopping something that's natural. And it comes out in bad ways, like me trying to use drugs and alcohol to stop it, me uh, going after, looking at pornography, all this other trash and garbage, drugs, alcohol, or at least that would be part of the motivation and part of the excuse, because it was my intention to stop a lot of this stuff because I figure, well, it's better than, fornication. But I figure, how dare we not go to church or not go to communion, confessing this, thinking that uh, sex is the worst sin. This is a Western idea that sin is a sexually transmitted disease. This comes from Augustine, even before into the Manichaeans. Um, these horrible ideas. All the sins that I commit, I'm fine with that, and I can go to church. Those are minor sins, but sex is a major sin. If me abstaining from sex for a while made me do much worse things, which is be very jealous of those people who are sexually active and condemn them as lower and sinful. Well, at least I'm not doing what they're doing. I mean, you turn into a total Pharisee. At least what I did. Let me make this extremely short. What else did I want to say? It's vital to what I'm going to say. God, I can't remember it. But yeah, as if, in many times, committing sin is the worst things that we do. It's sins of omission, not commission, of not helping the poor, not helping the needy. We don't think about this, but if we have sex with somebody because we're actually enjoying it, that's the worst thing. Uh, I don't think I've ever been in a loving relationship where sex was part of it. Now, I've slept with people and had sex, but never in something of a true loving relationship, which is basically the biblical idea of marriage. And then when you guys are separated, that's divorce. But we're not under Jewish law, so there's no legal contracts. So I don't know. This is just my idea. This is just what I'm saying. But this whole idea that we have to that's the one thing, the end all and be all. No, you should. It's natural for a man to desire um, young women, or at least young men, to do that. It's natural for the Orthodox to desire church, to be tempted to go to church, to be tempted to pray, things like this. If I stay away from church too long, it messes me up, just like it would a young man if he was staying away from. That's why I think people probably should get married younger, not have all this dating and stuff like that. Find somebody you love and stick with them. That was the better way that seemed to work for the generations before us, and now we seem all screwed up because we don't stick to that. Because the 60s, our parents' generation, really dropped the ball when our grandparents' generation had saved the entire world from a two psychotic empires, wicked and evil, the Japanese and the Nazis. But I'll stop there, and God willing, this will upload. Peace to you. This video lacked, because the other videos were like 30 minutes long, lacked a lot of the depth and insight. But again, uh, church is not a substitute for sex, and sex is not a substitute for church. And I feel the pain for this person. I don't condemn them at all. I don't have any. I'm just telling them my experience and how it destroyed me, thinking that I should choose between sex and God. Peace to you.